Right. First circuits after successfully passing my check ride, but I haven't got my licence yet. So I'm still running out of the flight school, but I'm going to do some circuits today because I haven't flown for about a week, and I want to make sure that as a low hours pilot, I'm going to be, safe, and so I'm doing some circuits today. Pre-flight inspection before starting engine has been done, so I've done my pre-flight inspection, I've done my doors, passenger briefings, no one with me, seatbelts and harnesses are on, circuit breakers are in, fuel selectors on both and electric equipment. Now I've turned my engine on, master switch was on, beacon is on, mixture is rich, throttle let's just give my engine a bit of a break there. Oil temperature and everything looks fine. And avionics is on, of course, because you're listening to me. I'm just going to put those flaps up now because I put my flaps down to do my checks. And flaps are up. Now I have to turn to ATIS, so I'm just going to turn my radio to ATIS. Going to listen to that.
Decimal 1. Runway 04 left, 22 right, not available, due works in progress.
Oh.
Wind 170 degrees, 8 knots, maximum crosswind 8 knots, maximum tailwind of 2 knots. Visibility greater than 10 kilometres, cloud at scattered 3,500, temperature 24, QNH 1018. First contact with Archer Ground or Tower, notify receipt of Bravo. Archerfield terminal information, Bravo. Runway 10 left, for arrivals and departures north, frequency 123.6. Runway 10 right, for arrivals and departures south, frequency 118.1. Runway 04 left, 22 right, not available, due works in progress.
Okay, so now I know that I'm using 10 left and 10 right. I've got a frequency of 118.1. Wear information, Bravo. So I'm just going to turn to Archer Ground and ask them for permission to leave. Just change my radio here. Good morning, Archer Ground. Uniform Golf Kilo 172 on the eastern apron. Request taxi for circuits. Received, Bravo.
Uniform Golf Kilo Ground, good morning. Good morning, Maddie. Taxi to the 28 right run-up bay and report the run-up's complete.
Taxi to 28 right run-up bay, report incomplete. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okie dokie, so I'm just going to taxi out now. We've got everything ready to go, my thing's on, and we're just going to keep an eye on these aircrafts next to me. You probably can't see them in that, but I'm just going to have to wiggle past a few aircraft. Here we go. Okay, so we're at Archerfield. Archerfield is a controlled airspace, so that means I need to do all my controlled airspace stuff, which you've just heard for ground. And I'm just turning to my left and turning to my right to make sure that there's no aircraft around. And you can see ahead of me, that's my 28 right run-up base. Oh, well, it's interesting. We've got a bit of a tailwind today and a little bit of a crosswind. And can't see much going on with that windsock at the moment. But we're not going to worry too much about that because we're doing circuits. And I'm pretty comfortable with circuits. So let's just see how that goes today. Okay, we're on our run-up base. I'm just going to make that turn. Here we go. Make sure that I'm on the edge of the run-up base. I'm not getting in the way of anybody. Okie dokie. Here we go. So I've got my checklist here. And we've got our checks before we start up. So exterior lights on. Brakes and steering. Checked. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check my turn left, turn right. Yes, that's going down and that's going up. That's going up for my, and my rudders seem to be working. And it's full, free, and correct. Up, it goes down, that goes down, that goes up. Great, so that's fine. Just watching that oil temperature there. I'm going to give it a little bit of time. EGP looks a bit fine. I'm just going to, while I'm sitting here, I'm just going to to my compass. My aircraft's got a bit of a wandering compass, and because I've got a standard 6-pack and compass alone, I really need to make sure that that's going to be working. Okay, so before takeoff, okay, parking brakes set, yes, doors and windows are checked, fuel controls trim. I'm just going to put that trim down a little bit. Trim checked. Fuel quantity is checked. Yes, I have like 95 litres today. That's plenty for an hour's worth of circuits. Fuel selector is on both. Checked. Mixture is rich. Yes, it is.
Hi, ground. Good morning, Mike. Kilo Bravo, Cessna 182 is at the terminal building for a departure to the west via Lake Manchester in receipt of Bravo, requesting taxi.
Is somebody else?
Kilo Bravo, ground, good morning. Do you need run-ups?
Mike Kilo Bravo, negative.
Mike Kilo Bravo, I can offer you a 28 right departure at the moment. Maximum tailwind would be 2 knots. Would you like that?
Mike Kilo Bravo, we'll accept that. Thank you.
Mike Kilo Bravo,
just checked my magnetos.
That change, runway 28 right.
And they were fine.
Bravo 228 right, Mike Kilo Bravo.
And I've just pulled my throttle all the way back, so I know that it's not going to switch off on flight, so that is fine. Magnetos are checked. Carby heat. Oh, sorry about that. I was getting... Do that carby heat, shall we? Yes, carby heat is checked. I'm just going to check that engine again. Yeah, it looks fine. Put it back up to 10. I'm going to... My mixture, I'm just watching that Cessna 182 just come past me here. You'll see that in just a few seconds. Going to head over to that takeoff spot. Okay, suction gauge all fine, instruments are fine, mixture is fine, flaps are set, flight instruments, and my transponder is on. Right, you'll just see that aircraft come past me in a second. Goes. Uniform Golf Kilo, run-ups complete.
Golf Kilo, taxi via Bravo, cross runway 04 right, runway 04 left to the holding point Bravo 6, runway 10 left.
Okay, so I'm taxiing Bravo, crossing 04 right, 04 left to Bravo 5, Uniform Golf Kilo.
Uniform Golf Kilo, Bravo 6, runway 10 left.
Bravo 6, 10 left, thank you very much. Right, so we're going to be taxiing down Bravo. Looks like we're going to be taking the other runway today, and here we go. Oh, sorry about that. Right. Just taxiing down Bravo. We're going to have to cross 2 runways here. One is 04 right and one is 04 left. Just making sure that there's nothing around. I'm not distracted. That's nice, and I'm just doing that taxi. Oopsie daisy. Right. There. It's fine. That's fine. Everything's good. Just keeping an eye on what's happening around here, making sure no one's jumping on Echo. But no one in front of me, of course, because I'm on a taxiway. We wouldn't normally see anybody on that taxi, certainly coming towards us. Archerfield does have a few rabbits, surprisingly, in Queensland, where rabbits are not allowed. For those of you who are not Australians, we have a rabbit-proof fence. It doesn't seem to be very rabbit-proof, but yeah, Archerfield has a few rabbits zooming around. Every now and again we get to see them. Cute little things. Okay, so we're coming up to 04 right, and I'm just going to be slowing down here. I'm going to make a look-a-loo to make sure there's nobody coming down for landing. Nobody's going on that taxiway. No one's No one's on the runway. I don't like crossing these runways just because I like to have a good look first. Right. And here we go. And now we're coming up to 04 left.
All stations ground 8 is Bravo's now current. The changes, we've gone around ends, it's runway 10 left and right. The wind 170 degrees 8 knots, max crosswind of 8 knots, max tailwind of 2 knots, and temperature's 24. Changes Bravo.
Okay, here we go. There's Bravo 5 and we're heading up to Bravo 6. Looks okay. Oil seems like it's at the green. Oh, I can't say that I'm not a little bit nervous. Of course I am. This is my first flight after a PPL. No one's really out there looking after me. I'm on my own largely. Let's just turn to Bravo.
That's ground, Foxtrot Mike Alpha, IFR Seminole 3POB on the northern apron in receipt of Bravo. Request taxi for Archerfield, Archerfield 3 departure.
Foxtrot Mike Alpha ground, good morning, report approaching taxiway Echo.
Foxtrot Mike Alpha.
Good morning, Archer Tower. Uniform Golf Kilo 172, ready at holding point Bravo 6, 10 left for circuits.
On Golf Kilo Archer Tower, good morning, Madeline. Runway 10 left, cleared for takeoff.
10 left, clear for takeoff. Thank you very much, Uniform Golf Kilo. Geez, looks like we're going to be doing right turns today. 10 left. Lights, camera, action, no worries. And I'm just going to be turning onto this runway. Putting full speed ahead, and we will do that takeoff once we've got speeds alive. And we're at 60, we're at 55. Here we go. Feet on the ground. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. Speeds up. Speeds alive. Bird right there, but he's turned away. Good news. And we're going to rotate. Protect our speed here. We're at 70 knots, which is great. And I'm just going...
Tower, Whiskey Mike Golf is crossing the motorway.
Oh.
Whiskey Mike Golf, join base, runway 10 right, number 1.
Okay.
Base 10 right, number 1, Whiskey Mike Golf.
Looks like we're going to be having someone join us. Okay. Here we go. Going to get to that. Okay, we're clear. Clear left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, clear behind, and we're going to make a nice gentle turn to our right and do those circuits. Keeping a lookout. There's not really many places to do an emergency landing, although I am turning now. So, and I'm past that 700 mark, which means I would normally just make that turn to the aerodrome. I'm going to keep this turn nice and tight because I'm on my own. My aircraft really likes to climb, so we're just going to let it do that. And we're going to get to 1,000 feet, and we're going to, oh, here we go, square off. Here we go. And now we're downwind. Uniform Golf Kilo, downwind for touch and go.
Golf Kilo, runway 10 left, clear touch and go.
10 left, clear touch and go. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, so brakes, undercarriage, fuel is rich. T's and C's are in the green. Hatches and harnesses look fine. Just going to wait till I get to that sweet spot. I don't want to crowd myself out there. And here we go. We're going to reduce power. Here we go. Reducing power. We're in the white. Flaps down about right. I'm just going to let that sink, and we're going to apply a bit of power. There we go. I'm going to make that turn pretty soon. We're on 80, which is great, and we're going to do those flaps once more. Come on, flaps. There we go. Going to continue to protect that airspeed. And we're going to look around.
Golf, runway 10 right, cleared to land. You can roll through to the end if you wish.
Land 10 right, Whiskey Mike Golf.
Okay, here we go. Oosh, oosh, oosh. Doing okay. I'm just going to do that. Here we go. I'm just going to power because we're a little bit high. Gonna be fine. Once we're on final, we're going to put those final flaps in. Now we're on base. And we're about right to turn. There's that aircraft in front of me. He's landing on the other runway. We're not going to do too much of a mad turn here. We're just going to let him come in. He's doing his thing. We are doing ours. Okie dokie. Well, I'm a bit short. Oh well, we'll try and do better next time. Here we go. Speed. Yeah, it's really stabilised. Might just pull back on that power a little bit. We're a little bit high, but that's okay. I'll keep an eye on that. Here we go. Landing number 1. I'm going to make that runway. I'm going to pull that power. Here we go. And I'll round down just a second. Whoop. Here we go. Flaps up. Speed is on. Plenty of runway. Speed's alive. And off we go again. Got a bit of a jump there. Fine. Make sure we're staying on the runway. Okie dokie. Okay, we're clear left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, clear behind, and we're going to make that nice gentle turn to our right.
Underground, Cherokee Whiskey Mike Golf is at Alpha 3, requesting taxi to the southern apron.
Mike Golf Ground, taxi via Sierra 2 open.
To the southern apron, Whiskey Mike Golf.
Oh, we're going to have to make that turn. Here we go. Oh, we're nice and high now. And while we're turning, we're just going to level off. Here we go. And we'll make that downwind call in just a second. Uniform Golf Kilo, downwind for touch and go.
From Golf Kilo, runway 10 left, clear touch and go.
10 left, clear touch and go. Looks like I'm on my own today. Okie dokie, here we go. Brakes, undercarriage, fuel is rich, fuel is on both, T's and C's are fine, hatches and harnesses, all good. Okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye on that. We don't want to crowd ourselves out, just making sure I'm lined up nicely on that circuit. Oh, here we go. Okay, it's time to pull the power and release those flaps. Just keep an eye on that. Yes, that looks about right. Just going to allow the aircraft to descend. Apply a little bit of power, and look at that. Thing of beauty. Going to give ourselves just a little bit more space this time. About right, and we're going to make that turn, and as we're turning we're going to put those next set of flaps down. Just going to make sure we can control that just a little bit. We're going to protect our airspeed. Okie dokie. Just tipping my engine on my wing so I can take a look to see what's going on. Just protecting that airspeed. Here we go. No one else around, and I've got clearance to land. So we're going to just keep this moving. Okie dokie. Here's my runway. I'm just going to pop a little bit more power in, just so I don't drop too fast. And we're going to make that turn. Hopefully that's going to work out nicely for us. There we go. Probably a little bit high, so I'm just going to pull that power just a little bit. I seem to have a lot of power in, so we're going to be okay. Airspeed's protected, and I'm just going to pop those last set of flaps down. 30 degrees, protecting airspeed, pulling that power, coming around. Here we go. So for those of you who aren't pilots, which is probably a few of you, see those lines there in front of me with got the 3 arrows and we've got the lines there called the piano keys, and we've got the numbers, and it says L10, which means 10 left. And what we're going to do is we're just going to try and land basically on the numbers. So well, that's my aiming point, I should say. We're probably a little bit high at the moment, but that's okay. The speed's fine. And I'm going to pull the power because I'm definitely going to make the runway now. Look at that. And look it around a little bit. Oh, got a bit of, not my best landing, but not a bad one. Speed's up, feet on the ground. Make sure we got that rudder going, and we're at that 55. Here we go again. Oh, well, that one seemed okay, didn't it? Got a little bit of a crosswind. Here we go. Ooh, got a bit of a bump there. See, we went up a bit. And in just a moment, I'm going to check the air so I can make that turn. Clear left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, and clear behind, and we're going to make that turn. Here we go. Oh, she does like to climb.
Mike Alpha, ready, Bravo 810 left, Archerfield 3.
What?
Foxtrot Mike Alpha, Archer Tower, g'day, line up 10 left.
10 left, Foxtrot Mike Alpha.
Oh, someone's going to be taking off just after us. Don't think you'll be able to see that. I'm just making sure that I'm getting to my height, power, attitude. Okay. Just gonna make that downwind call.
Foxtrot Mike Alpha, assigned heading right 180, cleared for takeoff.
Oh, there we go.
Right, 180, clear for takeoff, 10 left, Foxtrot Mike Alpha.
Uniform Golf Kilo, downwind for touch and go.
Uniform Golf Kilo, number 1.
Number 1, 10 left. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay. Let's give this another go, huh? That's what we're doing these practices for. There's my aircraft, he's taking off. There's plenty of space for me. Just going to pop myself down a bit. I'm getting a bit high there. And we're going to pull the air. There we go. And there we are. Get those flaps on in just a second when I'm... Okay, flaps away. About right. Going to let the plane sink a little bit. Going to protect that airspeed. Okay. We're about right. We're going to make that turn and we're going to add that second degree. So now we're at 20-degree flaps. And we're going to protect that airspeed. A little bit more. There we go. And we're making that turn.
Uniform Golf Kilo, 10 left, clear touch and go.
10 left, clear touch and go. Uniform Golf Kilo.
Foxtrot Mike Alpha, contact Brisbane departures.
Departures, Foxtrot Mike Alpha.
Just protecting my airspeed, so I'm just going to speed up a little bit. There we go. Airspeed's protected. That's fine. Just making sure that we're going to do all the right things that we need to do that circuit. Just looking around. A lot of time flying this plane, so I've done about 120 hours now, probably about 90 of them in this actual aircraft, not just in a 172, but actually here in this craft, so I know this aircraft quite well now. And we're going to make that turn, we're going to sink the plane a little bit. We'll put those final flaps on just a little bit. Coordinate our turn a little bit, huh? Oh my goodness, I've overshot that just a little bit. We're going to come back here. And we're going to pull the power. We're going to put those flaps in. There we go. That will help us a lot. We don't want to get in the way of them. Still making our way. Okay. Definitely pull the power down. Go. Straighten up. Okay. Quiet on the centre line, but we'll be fine. Speed's alive, and off we go again. Flaps are up. Yes, and we're just going to protect that airspeed, making sure that we're climbing. I like to kind of climb out at 80 knots. It's about right for this aircraft. Keeps me on a nice, steady space. Looking around, there's no one there. Everyone's gone for the day. Not surprising, it's around, I think it's the 5th of January today, which means that probably the schools are not open at the moment. And I'm just doing this for practice because I haven't flown for a week, and the last time I did was for that check ride for my exam, which I passed. And I just want to make sure that I'm remaining current, so that's just why I'm out and about today. We are climbing and making that first turn. I've already checked left, clicked China, clicked up. I've already all done all that. I did that while I was chatting. And we're going to make that turn. Nice and soft. We don't want to do too much of these mad turns when we're low to the ground. There we go. Oh, looks like we've got a little bit of weather. Shouldn't be too worrying. Uniform Golf Kilo, downwind, for touch and go.
Uniform Golf Kilo, 10 left, clear touch and go.
10 left, clear touch and go. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, brakes, undercarriage, fuel's on both. T's and C's are fine. Fuel is rich. Patches and harnesses. I don't have an undercarriage and I don't have fuel pumps, so I don't have to worry about them, but that's something that I really need to just keep an eye on if I'm in a different aircraft. And we are going to, just a second, make that descent. Ooh, got a little bit bumpy out here. I think it's that little bit of rain that we just received. Okie dokie. Gonna wait. Here we go. Flaps away. That looks fine. We're just gonna let that sink. A little bit bumpy, but that's okay. We're gonna, there we go. Let's just protect that airspeed. We're gonna add a little bit more power in. That will do. And we're just gonna make that nice, slow descent. Okay, time to make that turn. While I'm turning, I'm gonna put that second set of flaps down. Probably about right. And just protecting that airspeed just that little bit more. Here we go. Tipping my wings so I can see the landing strip. Protecting that airspeed. Okay. Just going to put a bit of power in just to make sure that we're not too low before we need to be. Here we are. It's about...
Tower, swing 8489 at Alpha 710 right, ready for sudden departure.
Ooh.
Sling 8489, Archer Tower, runway 10 right, cleared for takeoff.
10 right, clear.
Right, clear for takeoff, swing 8489.
We're on 10 left, if anyone is wondering. We're getting a bit low, so I'm just going to pop that power in. Here we go. See some birds down there, we're just going to keep an eye on them. Birds are unpredictable. And we're going to make that turn. Here we go. We've got quite a lot of power in. We're just going to bleed out some of that power. We're going to put that last set of flaps in. We're at 30. Going to make that next one a flapless landing, but this one we've got 30 degrees flaps. So we're getting a bit bumpy here. That's okay. We're not quite as bumpy as it has been in the past. I'm just going to bleed out some of that airspeed. That's better. Got a really nice wind today. It's basically straight on us, so I don't have much of a crosswind to be worried about. Just making sure that my landings are smooth enough. Oh, there's someone walking right underneath me. That's pretty interesting. Okie dokie. Oh, I could do better at being on the runway, but here we go. I'm going to pull that power. I'm going to get back on. And straighten up. Oh, look at that. Flaps are up. Speeds in. Speeds alive. And we rotate for yet another circuit. See that crosswind's coming up again. So if anyone is interested, these circuits take approximately 6 minutes. So every 6 minutes we're doing a landing, which is why I'm doing this practice. And we've got that weather again. Oh, it's just sort of hanging over my takeoff spot. Pristine. Got my airspeed all nice. I'm going to clear left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, clear behind, and off we go. Making that turn once more. I don't know how boring it is for any of you to be watching my circuits, but they are pretty busy for me. I know that larger aircraft is probably a little bit faster for their circuits, but for me this is busy enough. A lot to think about, a lot to do, a lot to be, you know, just making sure everything is fine. Just going to get that airspeed, that climb going a bit more. Here we go. And every now and again you'll be able to see Brisbane CBD in the foreground, which is pretty exciting. Okay, so we're at basically the right height. Oops, let me just make that turn. Let's just coordinate that turn, shall we? Here we go. Uniform Golf Kilo, downwind for touch and go.
Uniform Golf Kilo, number 1, however, maintain downwind. I will advise base turn. I've got a jet to depart.
Thank you very much. Maintain downwind. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, so I've just asked to maintain downwind. This looks like there's some, I can see the jet down there now. We're going to wait for him. And what we're doing is we're going to just...
I think the takeoff's ready.
Oh.
Foxtrot Archer Tower, good day, line up, 10 left.
Okay.
Realistic, takeoff's ready.
So Archer Tower has told us to maintain this downwind.
Tango Foxtrot assigned, heading right 160, cleared for takeoff.
Heading right 160, runway 10 left, clear for takeoff, Victor.
Uniform Golf Kilo, turn base when ready.
Turn base when ready, Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, so we need to pull the power, make sure that we've got those flaps down. It's pretty usual at this airport, aerodrome, to have some unusual kind of things happening during your circuits. It's quite a busy airport. There's a lot going on. We've got the police coming in and out, and we've got, you know, life flights, and we've got jets, we've got all sorts of things going on. So we're just going to turn that base. Now I'm ready. I'm going to put that second set of flaps down. I'm going to watch that jet as it takes off, because I want to make sure I know what's happening here. So I'm just going to tip my wings. Yes, that's taking off now. And I'm just protecting my airspeed once more. Just making sure that when I've got my flaps on, I don't get too slow. Plenty of height, quite a lot of speed. And we're a little bit far away, so I'm just going to flatten out that descent just a little bit, protecting my airspeed as we go. There it goes, I'm flattening it out. You can probably see that.
From Golf Kilo, 10 left, clear touch and go.
10 left, clear touch and go. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okie dokie. Making that turn. Oh, we're pretty well spaced here.
Tango Foxtrot, contact departures.
Departures, Victor Foxtrot.
I might land with 2 flaps. Should we do that today? Good for me to practice on lots of different types of flap. Configuration, I think the word is. Obviously, the more flaps you've got, less flaps you've got, the faster you're going. That's fine for a runway as long as this one. It's a little bit trickier when you're on a smaller runway, so we change the way we do things. It looks fine for now. Just going to come in. I'm just going to line up on that runway a bit more. No one wants to be freaked out. Here we go. Nicely lined up. We're descending quite quickly now, but that's okay because we've got that. We've only got 2 sets of flaps in, and I don't mind too much. Look, we're probably going to make that runway, so I'm going to start pulling the power. We're going to start slowing down. We're going to bleed that out. And look at that. Thing of beauty. And we've got that crosswind now, so I'm just making sure that I'm figuring that out. And look at that. Power in, speed's alive, feet on the ground, make sure I've got that rudder going, and we're taking off. And you can see I've got my ailerons kind of doing that a little bit of a weird movement there. I'm just going to have a think about that. Seems okay, not too concerned at the moment. Clear left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, clear behind, and off we go. Now Archerfield has a grass runway, 04 left and 04 right.
Flight 41 ready for Northern VFR departure and request 1,500.
Oh, okay, he's off.
Flight 41, Archer target a traffic Cessna 172 left crosswind, remains in the circuit.
That's me.
Climb 1,500. Runway 10 left, cleared for takeoff.
Left, clear for takeoff, climb 1,500, Mac Flight 41.
Okie dokie. 172 in the circuit, that's me. It's really important that we listen to those radio calls so we know what's happening. Okie dokie. I really like that landing. I'm going to do I don't know. There's that grass runway. You probably can't see it at the moment. And I'm just going to pull that power so I can flatten out a little bit. Uniform Golf Kilo, down 1 for touch and go.
Uniform Golf Kilo, number 1.
Number 1, 10 left. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, we've been told that we can go in, but we have not been told we've got clear to land. I'm a bit lower than I usually am. Is that rain again? It's not actually over the runway, which is kind of fun. And I can see that aircraft is entering the runway now. And he's going to be taking off in just a second. It's a bit of a fancy aircraft. I reckon that goes a lot faster than mine. And we're just going to pull that power. Brakes, undercarriage. Everything's in the green. Everything's fine. Hatches and harnesses. I might just pull that because there's a bit of rain coming in. And let's just get those flaps down. About right. Oh, maybe a little bit more. There we go. Protecting that airspeed by...
Romeo Mike, Bravo 8 holding 10 left.
Romeo Mike, Archer target 8, keep it rolling. Runway 10 left, cleared for takeoff, make right turn.
Hey, saying keep it rolling.
10 left, cleared for takeoff, making right turn, Romeo Mike.
Yeah, just going to make another turn. Just protecting that airspeed a bit more. There we go. Just making sure that I'm not descending too fast while still trying to make all... There we go. I'm just going to flatten out that descent for a little while. Here we go. Travelling at 80, which is absolutely perfect. And now I can look at making that descent just a little bit. Here we go. Okay, we've got a wind.
Mike rolling 10 left.
Romeo Mike Mike.
Okay, we'll see.
Flight 41, contact centre 125.7.
57, Mach Flight 41, g'day.
Aircraft still on. We haven't got clearance to land. We'll just keep an eye on that.
Uniform Golf Kilo, 10 left, cleared, touch and go.
10 left, clear, touch and go. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, we're pretty high now. Let's just bleed out some of that power. Here we go, look at that. Okay. Just making sure we are on profile. Yes, we are. Okay, we're pretty high, but that's fine. Oh, I don't like these.
Romeo Mike has departed inner right hand turn tracking 135 to 1,000 feet.
Speed's alive.
Mike Archer Tower, climb 1,500 and contact centre 125.7 for clearance.
Okay.
Climbing to 1,500, centre 125.7, Romeo Mike, thank you.
He's gone ski.
Swing 8592, ready Alpha 7, southern departure.
8592, Archer Tower, 10 right, cleared for takeoff.
Right, cleared for takeoff, swing 8592.
Right. Okie dokie. Can't see that aircraft anymore, he's disappeared, he was pretty quick. And looks like that rain's gone away. Huzzah. Okay, I'm gonna clear left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, clear behind, and off we go on that right hand turn again. We're still climbing, so we're just going to protect our airspeed, so we could be at about 80. Oh. I mean, pretty quickly, but we're still pretty fast. Going to make that turn just a little bit more aggressive because we can, because we're nice and fast at the moment. Look at that. And power, attitude. Right, now we've levelled off a bit. Uniform Golf Kilo, down 1 for touch and go.
Uniform Golf Kilo, 10 left, clear touch and go.
10 left, clear touch and go. Uniform Golf Kilo. Okay, so, going to make sure that we're not going too high. We're 1,000 feet is our circuit height. Okay, brakes, undercarriage, fine. Everything's on, fuel's on both. T's and C's look good. Hatches and harnesses. Everything looks fine. And it's all under control. Let's just not crowd ourselves out, which means I don't want to get too close to the runway. I just want to make sure that I've got that nice steady. Okie dokie. Good for me to practice my crosswind landings, especially on that side, because I'm not super duper comfortable when a crosswind comes from my left. I'm not sure exactly why, but it's worth practicing. I'm just going to pull out that carby heat. I'm going to pull that power. We're going to let that get to the white arc, and we're going to sink. Make sure those flaps are down to that, whoops, a little bit more. Right, and here we go. What's going on? Let's just get power back up. There we are. Make that turn. And I'm just going to put those flaps down a little bit more to 20 degrees. I'm going to do another 20 flaps because I'm just going to protect that airspeed a bit more.
Archer Tower, swing 8489 at target 1600 with Bravo inbound.
489, Archer Tower, join downwind 10 right.
Going downwind 10 right, swing 8489.
Oh, he's hopping on a different runway, and we're just going to be making those turns. I'm going to make this I'm going to have another one after this, then we'll stop. Looking out for that aircraft. It's going to be coming in. Not sure what type of craft it is. I didn't quite hear that call sign. We're going to stay on 2 stages of flaps for this landing again. Really like that, especially with that crosswind coming up on the side that I'm not overly keen on. That crosswind's coming in from my right. So it just means I need to do kind of that to straighten up. I don't know why, but it's just not a comfy side for me. Just kind of weird, I know, but I guess we all have our things. And there we are. Got to hold it because, you know, we've got a bit of an updraft there. I'm going to pull that power because I'm pretty high now. Got a lot of sink. That's fine. I'm holding that crosswind. And I'm holding that landing. And oh, just making sure I'm staying nice and straight. Ooh. Okay, it was a bit flat. That's okay. Power in. Bit of a weird landing, but that's okay. Speed's alive. Off we go. I think what happened is I got a bit of wind shear at the last minute, which means I lost all my wind, which was fine because I had enough speed to be able to cope with that, but just meant that it was a bit of a strange landing. Carby heat in. That's fine. Okie dokie. Ooh, got a bit of a bump there too. Goodness gracious. Oh, didn't really enjoy that, did it? Wasn't one of my... Probably do one more before I land. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm going to be clearing left, clear centre, clear up, clear right, and clear behind. I haven't seen that person come in yet. Maybe they are a little bit slower than me. There's been a bit of a law change here at CASA where RAOs aircrafts are allowed to land at airports just like mine, which is kind of interesting because for a while there they haven't been allowed to, from what I understand. I'm not exactly an expert on this, but I was just reading about it. Thought that was really interesting. If you're an RAOs, you really, it's not really a thing to come into Archerfield. I guess it's because it's a controlled airspace. Okie dokie, we're going to power, level off. Uniform